And we're going to start off with the one that I heard about that I want to see. Because I think this is in my space in multiple ways. So I want to hear about this. So apparently one or more, yeah, the Hero Hey video. One or more VTubers apparently are getting doxxed or worse because they defended men. Now, I am sure that there is more to the story than that, which is why I want to see the story. I want to know the context of what is happening here. Was it simply because they defended? Yeah, and that's part of it's like it. That's what I want to find out. I want to know the full context. Is it just because they defended men? Is there more to it than that? I want to know. But I'm a VTuber. I have very frequently defended and, I have frequently defended men. So I want to know about this. And we'll see what I have to say at the conclusion of it. So let's, the Kitsunero is the one that I've heard about. And that's why, but I think there may be actually more. So let's find out. I want to know about this.
There's been so much crazy stuff happening in the VTuber space lately. All the Cinder stuff, the raccoon stuff, Kirsha leaflet stuff that just happened. And now also...
Yeah, and the Kirsha stuff, don't worry, I think we will get to that.
Recently, VTuber Scoo-chan, hopefully I said that right. But yeah, Scoo-chan got some crazy hate from a Twitter freak type, getting like 2,500 likes on a tweet that was getting all mad at her because she had the audacity to disagree with feminist extremists trying to incite violence against people and like advocating for violence against people.
People went after Scoo-chan? Really? Okay, that I was not expecting. I hope we get to see the tweets on this one.
Similarly, Kitsu has had a lot of harassment sent her way because she's also standing up for men. And in particular, her situation, looking at it, she had like this crazy stalker for a number of weeks. So she's been dealing with like all kinds of crazy stuff for a while.
Oh,
but that's culminated over the last 24 hours or so with these extremists also doxing her. So yeah, we'll get all the context to that stuff. That's just like the prelude, the intro.
Does he? Okay, good, Alex. Here we go.
I saw this tweet going around yesterday. You can see it's...
hang on, I want to see the top of it. Hang on, hero. Hang on. Another VTuber grifting to the right using culture war as the focal point for their politics. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
Yesterday.
The amount of people in comics who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Yes! I've been... How much have I been saying this? How much have I... guys just want a decent... Guys want a girlfriend who's just a decent person and loves them. Like, they have their own little idiosyncrasies. And thank you, true son of Rome. And yes, I got to turn the alerts off. Thank you. How many times have I said this? Like, guys, just want a girlfriend that actually cares about them. Like, they have their own idiosyncrasies. Some of them do want the girl boss. Some of them want the tomboy. Some of them want the girly girl. Some of them want the princess. Some of them want the sophisticate. There's idiosyncrasies, but the bottom line is it boils down to is they just want a girlfriend or a wife that just loves and cares about them and is not devoted to basically treating them like shit. They don't want a significant other to basically domineer them, unless that happens to be a kink. So, the fact that people lose their fucking shit over having such a radical goddamn take is honestly terrifying in that this is the way society is going. I'm not, if someone wants to call me out for basically for saying pretty much the same thing that Squee is saying, and probably for what Kitsu is saying. I'm guessing I'm guessing I probably share the same viewpoint as her. If someone wants to call me out on that, and someone wants to try and dox me on it, fucking bring it. Fucking bring it. I'm not scared. Okay? If you want to try and dox me, you go right the fuck ahead. It's not going to change my opinion. That's the crazy. Do people that dox these VTubers think that this is going to change their opinion in some way? If anything, it's only going to firm it up. Like, that's the crazy part. They're doing this shit for reasons that don't make any sense. I know, it's like, yeah, Shao's, I know it is. It's just, anyway. Alright, barely a minute in this. Okay, I better let it play through, or we're gonna be on this for an hour.
You can see it's got 2,500 likes. But first, let's get the context to what they're responding to, that being this tweet from May 12th from Skuchan, who says, "The amount of people in the comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money." That responding to this clip that was getting a ton of traction on Twitter. You can see here, 146,000 likes, 44.2
I think
million
this is
views.
just a loving
and we'll
couple.
Take a brief scroll through this clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing because you know how YouTube DMCA can be. And then I'll show you the synopsis for this anime. So it's from this anime, Josie Tutora. Synopsis being, equipped with his passion for diving and admiration for marine biology, university student Sunio Suzukawa tries his best to juggle several part-time jobs to earn enough money to study abroad. But one night, in a fateful accident, he meets a girl in a wheelchair, driving his current path into a detour. The girl Kumiko, who prefers to be called Josie, initially comes off as rude. Sunio, however, is then convinced by Josie's grandmother to take on the paid job to be Josie's caretaker. Despite being annoyed with her bossy demeanor, Sunio sees the opportunity to save more funds to support his academic dream. Nevertheless, after putting up with Josie's behavior for some time, Sunio tries to quit, only to discover Josie's dreams of traversing the outside world to experience a life free from her crippling condition. Changing his mind, Sunio decides to accompany Josie in exploring the wonders that the world has to offer. Through their time together, the two begin to realize that the traits that bind them may be vital toward fulfilling their respective aspirations. So yeah, once again, then this clip gets posted to Twitter. Skuchan responds, saying, "The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money." And
okay, and I will expound upon this because Squee said this post because how many fucking Twitter posts or God help us TikTok posts are of ghoulies, women going on TikTok saying they want a guy who makes six figures. They want a guy that all he does is dote on him. They want a guy that all they do is spend money on them. There's the infamous one about the woman who posted a fucking TikTok because a guy took her on a date to the Cheesecake Factory, and she actually jumped on her fucking phone and posted TikTok saying, "You want to take me to the Cheesecake Factory?" Like it was an insult to her. And Squee is saying guys literally just want a girl that will appreciate the things that they do for them, the fact that they love them, that they care about them, and that the girl in question does it back. And that the girl is not just simply using the guy and only cares about the guy for what he can give her materialistically. This is not a controversial take. The fact that enough people are making this a controversial take shows just how fucking sad society is. We've done other videos before where I have talked about how I fucking hate these bitches who love ragging on men literally only because they were born with those chromosomes. That is the only reason why women hate men, is because they were born men. They don't give a fuck about their personality. They literally just man hate just to man hate. either a sense of superiority or a sense of entitlement or what have you, and they're bitches. They're shallow, worthless fucking bitches that men should stay far the fuck away from. Let them go old and gray and, be surrounded by cat piss in their twilight years. Because they're too much of a like greedy, self-absorbed cunts to actually find love. Let them live that life in their final years. Because no fucking guy is gonna wanna. And so they've done, they made their bed, now they gotta fucking lie in it. For guys, and bearing in mind, I am talking about like decent guys, not assholes. I'm not referring to the the assholes. I'm talking about the vast majority of guys who are just fucking decent guys. They just want someone who will love them. And there are still plenty of women out there like that. Let's not fuck with it. What we see online is the megaphone. It is not the online is not a good sample size for a whole. Let's not fuck with this. Okay? There are a lot of women out there who also just want a man as a partner, as a boyfriend, as a husband, and they just, they want them to take care of them, but they also want to take care of their man in return. There are a huge swath of that. And what we see on, because the funny part is the girls who actually do, let me actually kind of rephrase. You're not going to find the good girls and the good women online. You're not going to find them there. Because online, particularly social media, deals in extremes these days. So that is not where you are going to find good men and good women that are decent, loving human beings. And that's one thing you always have to take with a grain of salt when, I'm going off on this and it's online stuff. But also also bear in mind that online is not a proper sample size of normal people. There are actually far more normal people when it comes to the romance space than what you see online. It's very easy to get discouraged by what you see online because we get inundated with it day in and day out. We get inundated with these extremes. And it's, and again, the online is the megaphone. It's not the whole. But it's understandable why, if you get inundated with this day in and day out, how your line of thought can be skewed. If if the lion's share of the information or the lion's share of opinions of women or men are coming from online sources. It's understandable how your viewpoint could get skewed on that. I'm just going to say, just remember, online does not equal 100% of reality. The vast majority of reality is not the same as online, and that's something to remember. And Falcon, you don't know that. Is it possible? Yes, I'm not going to bullshit you. It is possible, yes. But you don't know for sure. You don't. There's, and it's, you've got, the best thing that you can do is just keep going and, a lot of finding yet that's someone for you is luck. Luck has a huge component in finding that special person in your life. It does. There's no way to change that otherwise. But just because luck has a lot to do with it doesn't mean you should give it up. I'm not going to bullshit you. There is a chance that you may not end up with your perfect special someone. It's everybody is not going to get the fairy tale ending. That is unfortunately reality. But we don't know who is and who isn't. So you just have to keep your eyes open and hope that try and hope that things get better. Don't give up. Even if you have flaws, even if you have a disability, even if you have, emotional problems, whatever, there is still, there are 7 billion people on on this rock. 7 billion. Statistically speaking, there is a good chance that there may be someone out there for you. And you just kind of, hold on to at least a little bit that you might find that someone that's right for you.
And yeah, in the responses to that clip, there were all kinds of toxic responses like this one saying, weird since most men abandon their disabled and chronically ill spouses. What? That getting a community note that says, this claim most likely refers to a widely cited 2015 study suggesting that men are more likely to leave their disabled or chronically ill spouses. This was retracted due to a coding error that invalidated its conclusions.
What a fucking surprise. Someone likes to quote a debunked study. That was wrong. How many people like C. Raven is misquoting this fucking study? But they'll die on the hill of the study, even though it's been discredited and it was retracted. Regardless of this, people like this are gonna die on this hill of, men are gonna abandon their chronically ill spouses. Here's the crazy thing. The same could be said about women too. Women, a lot of the criticisms that these militant feminists love to make about men can be applied to women also. But they very, very conveniently don't address that. And they don't address that because the feminist movement has basically gained power in positions of authority. And so that's why they feel like they can just spew this bullshit without any repercussions. Because people in power are all saying pushing the feminist agenda. So it's up to us, people like me and people like Hero who have, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, a platform, because I do actually have a fucking platform. Never in my life did I think I'd actually be saying those words, to actually speak truth to the bullshit. And I am calling out the fucking bullshit. Just like Hero is. Only Hero's got a much bigger audience than me.
Other weird people taking a different approach. For example, this comment that says, that's a little girl. This is weird. Community note saying she's 24. Or this one, for example, that says, you show this as fan.
Okay, so this one, so Mr. Owen Milligram doesn't have a fucking clue about anime. Probably doesn't even know what the anime is. So automatically assuming because anime, that I guarantee you, this person right here assumes every anime girl is underage. I guarantee you, this fucking cock-gobbling idiot thinks every anime girl that shows up on screen is an underage girl. Tornado Raftalia started as a little girl. Raftalia started as, like a 10-year-old, I think? And then grew up. She did grow up. I don't know how old she was as the series, when they did the time jump, the progressive time jump, but she did grow up to be, I want to say 18, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes, exactly, Falcon. He's judging by her physical looks. The same guy, guarantee you, this is a guy who judges women based upon their looks. And so he sees a petite girl who is probably petite like that because she's in a fucking wheelchair. She can't really do physical activity. She's stuck in a wheelchair. So yeah, she's going to look thin and petite. So this guy literally just outed himself as being someone who judges women based upon their looks. Good job. You played yourself.
Saying she's 24. Or this one, for example, that says, you show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people.
The fuck is that happy horse shit? Where the fuck does this guy come off saying the majority of men abuse disabled people? Motherfucker! Where the fuck do you get off saying that level of slander? Okay, I don't know who NNWWZZ is. But this is a fucking man-hate. Right fucking here. This person hates men simply on principle. I don't doubt it, Anubis. When I start yelling, yeah. Actually, let me do something. I'll drop the level on the microphone slightly, see if that helps. My gain might have been up a little too high.
Internalized misandry.
Oh, Ace. There's nothing internal about this. Flat the fuck out. There is nothing internal about this to begin with. Realistically. This feels quite extroverted right now. Because this person hates men. This person that just showcased that they hate alt men simply because they met. Flat up. They literally just broadcast this by saying this. It's fun. And they can go fuck themselves. They can go fuck themselves because, please, feel free to continue hating men. Because what that means is men, when you go to start begging for help from men are going to go, go fuck yourself. And you will grow old and die alone because no man is going to want to be with you. Because your default is, I hate men. Somebody tell Anubis to refresh the stream. It happens sometimes.
People. Huh? No, most men do not abuse disabled people.
Ew.
OP's like, did you even try to think before telling that lie? We know this is demonstrably false because we know most disabled people are abused, so at least half of those doing that are men.
Did you even think before spewing that fucking bullshit? Where the fuck are you getting most deceived? Wait. OQ. Are you trying to hide the fact that you abuse disabled people? See, anybody that makes this absolutely batshit insane of a statement by claiming we know most disabled people are abused, anyone who makes that insane of a statement is gaslighting and is trying to obfuscate the fact that they do it. So, OQ, are you trying to hide the fact that you are one of these people that abuse disabled people? And you're trying to hide it by projecting? And I love this. It gets exponentially worse by looking at the actual data. Where's your fucking data? If you actually had data, you would have put it into your fucking post. But they don't have any data because they're full of shit. They're gaslighting. They're probably trying to hide the fact that they abuse disabled people. And they're trying to project it. Like, seriously. This person just went, huh, no, most men do not abuse disabled people. And this person goes in a fucking rant that ends with, "You're a despicable existence." The projection on this is so fucking strong. I hope that someone who knows this person sees this and basically, like, goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, if anyone... Okay, I do not advocate for doxing. Let me say that first and foremost. I am not advocating for anyone to get doxed. Okay? But if anyone deserved to get doxed and have their life exposed, I'm thinking it's this one. Because I have to wonder if they're one of these people that is doing the disabled abuse. Because this level of projection really kind of speaks to that.
Men. That's just from common sense. It gets exponentially worse looking at the actual data. The actual data you mentioned showed that less than 25% of men left their disabled partners, which, if you didn't know, is way less than 75%. Yeah. That person then going on to hit us with wall of text. Activate my trap card, not mere force, wall of text. And people responding to this saying things like, "This doesn't really debunk what he said." Yeah.
All right, hang on. Hang on. Research conditions some people's disabilities are more risk of being a victim of violence than people without the disabilities. Fucking duh. No fucking duh that people with disabilities are more at risk. No fucking duh. Like, this is not like the rain blast moment. They're disabled, which means they are not able to defend themselves as much. So fucking duh, they're more at risk. But being more at risk does not actually mean they get that all of them get abused, you dumb fuck. One type of violence is intimate partner violence. That is violence perpetrated by a person who is legally married, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Serious public health concern, blah, blah, blah. Note that both women experience it. No. Although both men and women experience it, researchers found that women experience the more severe forms of violence. Okay. Still failing to see disabled in here. Homicide data include that women victims of homicide in Canada are more likely to be killed by an intimate partner than any other type. This is not unknown. Whereas men are more likely killed by someone other than, okay, again, known. Having it, okay, here we go.
Wall of text.
Hang on.
Activate my trap card.
Right. Having a disability may increase some women's vulnerability. For example, women with disabilities. Okay. Again. All it says is it may increase their vulnerability. It's this giant fucking wall of text that this jackoff OQ decided to vomit up onto the screen in no fucking way, shape, or form prove their point. In no way. Nowhere in all of this text did anything say people with disabilities get abused more. Okay, so hang on. Here we go. Most disabled people are abused. Nowhere in any of this text is there an indication that disabled people get more abused more frequently than non-disabled people. It said they have a higher risk of it because fucking duh, they're disabled. They're not, they have a decreased ability to defend themselves, but nowhere in here does it say they get disabled people get abused more. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere in here. So OQ, you dumb fuck, you played yourself. You just exposed the fact that you are full of shit, that all you know how to do is vomit up fancy words and data that has absolutely no fucking bearing on what you just said. And it does not substantiate your man hate. It doesn't, not substantiate, it doesn't justify your man hating in any way. This does not, she does not, well, okay, I don't know if it's a she. this does not prove their point of man-hating in any way, fucking shape, or form. They literally man-hate for reasons. That's it. They're man-hating for reasons, and they can't justify their hatred in any way, shape, or form. Congratulations, you played yourself, dumb fuck.
Not mere force, wall of text, and people responding to this saying things like, this doesn't really debunk what he said. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what he said. This is in absolutely no way an indication that the majority of men abuse people with
Yep.
disabilities, you freaking numpty. Claims evidence, cites a survey. Surveys are not evidence. In fact, their use in
Cites a survey that does not address anything that was said. The survey in question did not cite anything in their original statement. Ow.
research papers discredit research institutions as a whole. We're not going to go read that whole thing. I'm just giving you some examples of like the toxic comments, right? So let's get back to the main point. That being Scoot Chan pointing out the toxic responses and how people are so bizarre to get angry over this minute-and-a-half almost anime clip, where we then get this person suffering from complete political brain rot,
Oh, fucking hell.
responding to Scoot Chan, getting 2,500 likes on this response that reads, another VTuber grifting to the right, using culture war as the focal point of their politics. And posting,
Here's a news flash. To the best of my knowledge about Scoot, she's not political. Scoot Chan is not political at all. She's kind of a YouTuber, a little bit. And she does cooking streams. She's not political in any way. She goofs around, she cooks on stream wearing a short skirt and thigh highs. And that is Scoot Chan. And she watches shoe videos. Ooh. Watching a shoe video does not mean you're political. As much as everybody that loves to scream about political shit tries, watching a shoe video does not mean you are a political person.
two screenshots. One of a video Scoot Chan made that says Scoot is shocked at how violent feminists are on the internet. And the second one saying Scoot is fed up with women punching down on men. But let's go back to the first one here. You can see the thumbnail. Why are they like this? And showing a tweet where someone said, I would love to grab her by the hair, and redacted her face against the fridge in response to a woman posting a picture of herself, presumably with the hashtag tradwife and feminine. And the second one showing this comparison between like women's romance and men's romance. And so a lot of people called this person out for their brain rot take. Here's my response saying, so this VTuber Scoot Chan made some takes that disagreed with unhinged feminists inciting violence against innocent people. And your response was to get upset at Scoot Chan, bring up politics, the culture war, and call her a grifter. What? Going back to that person's take, we can see other responses such as Akuma Miko saying, fellas, is it political to be a man? Nani, the Ghost Cat VTuber, saying, carrying...
Okay, simple answer, no. Now, we're gonna get plenty of arguments against this from unhinged fucking lunatics, but no. It is not political to be a man. It is not political to be a woman. It is not political to be gay. It's not political to be straight. It's not political to be trans. It's not political to be black. It's not political to be Latino. It's not political to be white. Do you see what I put down here, chat? This shit is not political until you deliberately make it political because you have an axe to grind. Because you need to feel important. The people that take the most mundane shit, like a person's gender, a person's sexual orientation, a person's ethnicity, and turn it political, they do this because they have no life. They have no life, and they are desperate to feel important because in real life, they are not. They hate the fact that they are completely unimportant, that nobody gives a shit about them, and so they scream and on Twitter and make everything political because political is the hot button right now, and they are desperate to feel important. They want to get, they are desperate for those clicks. They're desperate for those likes. They're desperate for those replies. And that's why they do it. They make everything political because that's the only way to try and temporarily alleviate that empty hole that they feel in their gut, just living day by day. But here's the funny part. You do this long enough, that hole in your gut is going to feel even worse.
About and respecting men does not make you a bad person. You're welcome. Shuonhead even leaving a response that says, didn't know who this was, but checked out their channel because of this tweet. They're super cute and funny. Thanks. Got smuggling.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Okay. I need someone to do this to me so Shu and Alana and all of them will check out my channel. Damn it! Okay, I gotta figure out the algorithm here so I can get someone to come after me for supporting men, because I do. I need to figure this out. There's got to be a way to hit this algorithm. Like, okay, supporting men right now is the hot button topic. I need to post something on Twitter that says I support men, and then I can have like the insane people like come at me and like blow me up on Twitter, and then maybe people like Shu and Alana and Numi and Chirohei will realize I have a channel and that I talk about shit. Like, it's Emma, why not me? I talk about this shit. How? The fucking video I did where I reacted to Hero A's thing about International Men's Day fucking blew up. It absolutely, although it did blow up in a positive way. Kitsu? Hi? Hi! Look at the... Hi, welcome to the stream! Welcome! Just tweet men deserve to be doxxed? Or deserve to be loved and treated right on the flip side might get you doxxed? Pichu, are you okay? After that? I really hope you're doing okay. It's, I really hope you're okay after that. I can understand how rough that can be. And I do hope you're doing okay with it. Oh, I'm good. Oh, I am so glad. I am so glad you are. That's like Kitsu, I kind of say this kind of same thing that you do. It's like I will defend men who get bashed on by women day in and day out. I do it all the time. I've done it before. I'm going to continue to do it. And I know, just like people in my chat, like, appreciate it, people in my YouTube comments appreciate it. I know that people appreciate you doing it too. And I know you didn't catch you may not have caught the first part of my rant that I just did, but the people online that, like, hate on men are like the internet is not a proper sample size. That there are a lot of people out there that think the same way that you do, the same way that I do, and they're not on the internet. They don't make their lives on the internet either because, like you and I, because we stream, or because the internet is the only place for them to go because they have nothing going on in their lives. And it's just, you keep, I know that this is not going to discourage you. I know it's not. You're going to keep going. I know you went through a really tough time, and I am like so sorry that you had to go through that. I know you're going to do even better than you already are. And I know a lot of people appreciate the things that you say. That when, say, literally just like hot take that men deserve to be loved. Like decent men deserve to be loved. They should be treated like decent human beings. People and like men particularly really do appreciate that. They do. I know my entire chat does, and I know your chat does, and I know the people out there that don't talk a lot about it also appreciate it. And I know what happened is probably hard. We haven't even gotten into what happened to you yet in Hero's video. All I know is you caught a dox. I haven't even heard the extent of it yet. Keep going. I know you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be rough, but I know you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna keep being just awesome. So keep being awesome.
But checked out their channel because of this tweet. They're super cute and funny. Thanks. Got Smug Elena laughing and saying, let's go, and Scoo-chan also saying, I love you so much. Check out this exchange where Rosie Belmoot responds, and the OP also responds to Rosie. So Rosie says, this person doesn't even talk about politics. I'm so confused genuinely. Why are we attacking her? The OP Lycion saying, these are obvious political topics.
Ambulance reading the tweet before I go off.
I got these screenshots from her official YouTube channel. They literally mentions feminists and punching down in the title. Those aren't just speaking well about men.
The videos was her reacting to them. If I'm not mistaken, the videos, the titles, it was her that looked like she was reacting to videos. And by the way, women punching down on men is not a fucking political topic. She didn't even watch the videos like it? Well, there you go. Yo, oh, you mean the poster, Lycion, didn't even, yeah, oh, I have no doubt she didn't watch the videos. I have zero doubt because people like this don't. They look at this, they look at the screen, the thumbnail, and the title of the video, and they instantaneously decide what it's going to be, and they don't even bother to look at the video. A lot of people do that. But, again, this is someone that literally has to take everything and turn it political. Like, saying women are punching down on men is not fucking political. Stop. That is not fucking political. But people like this will literally take anything and make it political. Because again, politics right now is a very hot topic. And so to make themselves feel important, they turn everything political so they can feel important. So they will take literally every single social issue because the fact is, women punching down on men and treating men like shit, either both in person or online, is not a political issue. It is a social issue. And there's a big fucking difference. Okay? Women treating men like shit has nothing to do with politics. People turn it into politics so they can sound righteous, so they can sound like they have some degree of authority in the matter. When the truth of the matter is, they have none. They are taking a social issue and they're twisting it into political issue so they can attempt to feel better about themselves. That's it. And that's exactly what this person is doing.
Rosie says, I guess I don't understand because I've seen many titles of people ranging from feminism to vegan, etc., who are just very loud on Twitter. Usually they don't represent the normal majority for whatever group and use it as a shield. And it's good to call out when people like this are being crazy online. And I don't really get the meme comp thumb being an...
And I will actually expound upon this, where she says, usually they don't represent the normal majority for whatever group of people and use it as a shield. I will expound on that further. The people that they supposedly hold aloft and put up on this pedestal and say, I'm defending this supposed minority group. The people in that group are looking at this person going, will you kindly shut the fuck up? You don't speak for us. All that, everything ranging from women to LGBT community, to various different ethnicity rights groups, the people that go online about this, the people in these quote-unquote marginalized groups are looking at these folks going, shut the fuck up. You don't represent us, and all you're doing is making us look horrible. Because they are professing themselves to be champions of this quote-unquote marginalized group. And when they do that, they actually set they actually set the social issue standard of this group back. This is why all these people claiming to stand for LGBT groups, for women's groups, for black groups, like with Black Lives Matter, have actually set back the social movement or the social standing of these groups. They've set it back because all they've done is piss everybody off and make people look at these groups that they claim to be championing worse. They're actually making things fucking worse.
An issue. Also, is she even from the US? I just feel like two thumbnails meaning this conclusion feels in bad faith. This complete wacko then responds to Rosie and says, the issue is that this women punching down on men have it so bad thing is a fabricated incel narrative.
You just tanked your argument. Ripple, you just tanked your argument. The second you bring this up means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Congratulations, you fucking played yourself. The moment you inject the word incel into your argument, you just broadcast to the entire fucking world you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Point. Because this word now has no meaning other than I disagree and I don't know what I'm talking about and I cannot actually defend my position. Good job. You played yourself. Everything you said means absolutely nothing. Bravo!
It's a subset of sexless, women-hating a-holes making up an issue to distract from women's problems, or outright saying they're deserved, and she just wants the money. What the frick, dude? Rosie's like, okay, but...
And again, it's someone that is using buzzwords to make themselves feel important. Ripple, very likely, off Twitter, probably has a very lonely life, probably has very few or nobody that actually gives a fuck about them, has this hole in their gut that they feel empty inside because they don't feel important. They don't have anybody to love. Nobody loves them. And so they're lashing out on Twitter, and that's why they're doing this. Because they have no one. They're doing this they're doing it for the engagement, because if they get engagement on Twitter, they get this hollow sense of feeling important.
Post doesn't say that. What you're saying isn't even the post we're talking about. Is this your own lore added with no context? It's exhausting. The irony of this person talking about fabricated incel narratives as they literally do the thing that they're getting mad at and accusing other people of doing. Zero self-awareness. Unfortunately, a common thing to see on the internet. The good news is it seems to come from a minority of toxic, weird people, and they are getting more and more pushback from everyone else these days. And all of that takes us over to Kitsu's response, quote tweeting Lycion and saying, as this is something that was done to me, screw you. Screw you, screw the wokes.
No. Okay, Hero Hayes going to try to be nice because he wants to keep his channel monetized. I understand that. I will read it, and then Hero will read it, because I want to read it verbatim here. For Kitsu. As this is something that was done to me, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck the woke. Fuck the extremist left bullshit. Women supporting men exist. You are only bitter because no man wants you. Bingo. No, Colonel, it's fine that she left the chat. I'm doing this because her words should be spoken properly. And Hero couldn't do it because he wants to keep his channel monetized. And I appreciate that. My channel ain't fucking monetized. So I wanted to read it verbatim for Kitsu. That is why I wanted to read it. And I said this exactly. This is precisely what I said. They have a hole in their gut. They have a hole in their soul. And the only way they can try and fill it is with this hollow attack on other people, especially because with Squee and with Kitsu, and thankfully with me, they have communities that actually are happy with them, they care about them, they're with them every day when they're streaming, and this person probably has nobody and is bitter as fuck about that, and they're doing anything they can do to try and fill out that hollowness that is inside them. Unfortunately, this is only going to fill it with more hollowness because this kind of attacking doesn't fill anything. This kind of hollow attack continues to leave you hollow and actually makes you sick. Like, when you go on these diatribes day after day after day after day, you actually feel hollow and sick. It doesn't make you feel better. It actually makes you feel worse. Because I let you in on a little secret chat. If all you do is feed on and regurgitate negativity day in and day out, you feel worse, not better. We watch stuff like this, we rage, etc. It's a good pressure release valve, but it's not all I do. We also do fun. People like this, all they do, day in and day out, is negativity. And it's going to eat at them, and it's not going to make them feel any better, and it's only going to make them feel worse. It's a self-perpetuating cycle.
Screw the extremist left BS. Women supporting men exist. You are only bitter because no man wants you. Look how base this is. Person says you are about to get jumped so hard. Kitsu's just like, I don't care anymore. I don't even care.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, look at this pathetic response though.
That's what I said. Like, you want to fucking dox me, fucking bring it. I don't fucking care. Doxing me is not going to get me to shut up. Doxing me, coming at me on Twitter, is not going to get me to stop saying, yes, men deserve love and caring and respect. Doxing me, attacking me on Twitter, is not going to get me to stop calling out these pathetic losers on Twitter that just spew hatred because they have hollowness in their heart and they don't know love. And this is the only way they can try and feel important. It ain't gonna stop me. Why? Because it's fucking true. That's why.
Kitsu seems nice, but like, this stuff she says just platforms a lot of genuinely harmful rhetoric. Yeah, the people harassing like others for disagreeing with people incite violence. I think
this stuff she's platforming is harmful rhetoric. Motherfucker, the harmful shit was done to her, you dumb fucktard. What the fuck are you talking about?
that's like the harmful stuff. But no, get mad at the people for calling that out. Come on, dude. That's where things got a lot worse, though, as it takes us to this tweet where
here we
Kitsu
go.
says,
This is why you
well,
want to know.
cat's out of the bag. A lot of you have seen it by now. I've been doxxed. Authorities have already been informed. And you know why I've been doxxed? Because I dared say I support men. If you see it, kindly report the post. Thank you. Okay, I legit had some people come at me and be like, how could you get doxxed when you posted your face yourself? There's more than just faces in regards of personal information. Like, and yeah, she's completely right about that. But the good news is they can't stop her. She's just too based. Seems like she's in good spirits. She's handling this pretty well. She's been streaming for like hours today.
And she seemed like she was in good spirits when she was in chat. I think she's, you know, I have no doubt that she got rattled by it. I have no doubt. Like, I can fully appreciate anyone, no matter how, you know, no matter how much it, like, fucking come at me, bro, getting doxxed is still going to rattle you. It is. Difference here is with Kitsu is she bounced back. Quick. She got rattled, and then she said, okay, let's keep going. And God bless her for it.
Also, the reason she did a face reveal was because the person who doxxed her was threatening to blackmail her and show her face if she didn't pay.
Oh, I wonder if Hero's gonna get into that. Okay. Well, You know what? So she basically went up to him. And that took a lot of guts. If that's how it happened, and like I said, Hero probably talk about that. That took a lot of guts for her to just say, you know what? Oh, she'd show her face on stream before that? Okay. Okay. No, Ambush, with an exclamation like that, understandable. It is understandable.
Hey, I checked briefly on her stream and it seemed like she's like chilling, having a good time. So these Twitter freaks basically accomplished nothing and only made themselves and all their rhetoric look even worse.
Yeah, no, I think that's
though,
what you
she's
meant,
been
Seth.
dealing with this freaking stalker, like a literal stalker, since April.
Oh, God.
Saying here, you know what, since this guy is harassing me over supporting men, I will say it again. Men deserve love. Yeah. Simple. And we can see this person who's like obsessed with her and been stalking her.
Oh my God.
A ton of different accounts that she keeps blocking him on.
Okay. I'm sorry. At what point is Twitter going to actually do something about this? That they're constantly making burn accounts just to harass someone? Like, seriously, Twitter. You want to fucking do something about this? This is like this is legit stalking. This is legit harassment. Zeb, I'm guessing they probably like Twitter has got some serious tech at their fingertips. My guess is they could try and do something. They might be able to block out the IP from Twitter. They might be able to block out the email address, possibly. I think there's things that can be done. At least to a degree. There's always workarounds. I will freely admit there are always workarounds. People basically, villains basically spend all of their time figuring out workarounds. There are. But steps can be taken.
So she's had harassment, she's had stalkers, people obsessed with her, trying to ruin her life, dox her, etc., all because, once again, she's like making some of the most reasonable takes you possibly can, such as men deserve love. That's it. For another example, I think this tweet she made back on March 15th was one of the ones that initially got all these weirdos going after her to begin with.
Oof.
Where she said, men deserve to be loved and treated right. And this got her responses like, oh, shut up. No, they don't. Interaction bait.
Oh my
Nobody
fucking
cares.
God.
Men deserve nothing. Blocked. This is VTuber.
Okay. Fuck. I jumped too far. Hang on. Define irony. Okay? Hang on. Come on. Okay. Define irony. Kitsu says men should deserve to be loved and treated right. Look at this person's icon that got triggered by the statement. This person literally has the icon of an anime character that was used as a virtual girlfriend that a guy in Japan married. And whose whole persona is being loving to this man. That one didn't even block you? Well, Jitsu, did you notice that? Like, the icon that they're using is, I forget the anime character's name. There was a guy in Japan that basically married this character, and her whole persona is being loving to her man. Get Miku, thank you, Yard Dog. That's her whole persona, and that is her icon. Define irony and stupidity.
Blocked. This is VTuber Speak 4. I need more donations.
No, you stole. Oh. Yeah. Fucking no. Okay, this pisses me off more than anything. In Kitsu, I have a feeling you feel the same way that I do when it comes to streaming, which is, we are eternally grateful to everything that our communities do for us on stream in terms of bits, subs, donos, what have you, that we are incredibly generous to, incredibly thankful for it. But I know my number one rule, and I'm guessing yours probably is too, is that when you come to stream, you don't come with the intention to spend money. You come to stream to enjoy yourself, to have fun, and to just basically try and get away from any of the troubles that you've had, just so you can be surrounded by people that are good people and that you want to have fun with and that you want to enjoy yourself and maybe like have a few laughs, maybe, do a little bit of raging and get some of that pressure release valve. We don't do this shit strictly for donations. We don't say things like this for donations. Exactly, Kitsu. Same. That's what I do. And day in and day out, I just fucking yap. We don't say shit like this because we're trying to buck for money. We do this because we fucking mean it. Because we fucking believe that men, women, all fucking humans deserved love and to be treated right. If it's a controversial statement, fucking oh well. But it's how we actually feel. To basically say this equates us like, oh, you're money whores, and it's like, go fuck yourself. You're good, and I guarantee you, this person has not watched a single fucking stream of yours. Ever. Not once has watched a single fucking stream of yours, and they have no fucking idea what you do on stream, how you are on stream, how you are with your community, none of it. They're doing this, I guess, is out of jealousy. Me as Kitsu, I am not even going to presume to know how, how your stream is in terms of the generosity of your community. I don't even want to guess. I don't even want you to tell me because it doesn't matter. This person is jealous that you are successful as a VTuber. That's what this is. This is jealousy. Flat the fuck out. They see that you are successful and other VTubers, which I'd like to think of myself as one of them, are successful. That we were able to get into this VTubing space and be successful at it in terms of popularity of people coming to our streams. And yes, we do make money from things like the bits, the donos, and subs. And they aren't. And this is sure green jealousy right fucking here. And they don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
Of course, it's a frickin' VTuber saying this. All you do is pander to gooner incel dudes who probably have a parasocial relationship with you. Men are not oppressed. Bro, look at
fuck you. Like, come on. Okay, there we go. Newsflash, it's not VTubers that say this. VTubers do. A lot of VTubers do say this. It isn't just VTubers. A lot of female streamers say this. A lot of women who are not streamers say this. And of course, she said the code word, incel, which means anything that came out of her fucking mouth is meaningless. She used the keyword, chat. Suckleberry used the keyword, which means nothing she said means anything. She has absolutely nothing to back up her statement, and if she actually got challenged on it, she'd back down in a fucking heartbeat. I don't even know if she's a V-tweeter sphinx, and I don't fucking care. This person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, and if they got pressured, they'd back down instantly. The minute they got pressure on them to, okay, prove it. Proves that Kitsu panders to, quote, gooner incels. Fucking prove it, I goddamn dare you. They can't. Guaranteed.
Bro, look at this one at the very top. I'm not even going to repeat that one. If you're not watching this video, though, it's basically a take calling for men to all be publicly life-ended. It's a freaking crazy thing to say. And right below that.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, this person, 100%. Fucking 100%. This person needs a,
FBI, open up!
Like, seriously, you're going to say that men should just, out of pocket, you're going to say men should get executed. I think the FBI might need to take a look at your computer, sir or madam. But seriously, what the fuck? Event, oh god, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. Eventireran, and sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you for the follow also. Hey, that is unhinged. That is fucking unhinged.
That whole society, religion, and state is made to coddle them. What more do you want? And just to clarify, when I say not watching, I mean like if you're looking away or you're audio only right now, you know, that's what I mean. One more example of these sort of people getting really upset at Kitsu, and there are many, many examples. I'm just not going through all of them in this video, of course, but we'll take a look at this one where she said, I hate feminism, and this person's like, girl, you need to shut the F up. So mad. Kitsu responds saying, I already stated
okay, yeah, I'll let you read it.
Feminism is toxic and not needed anymore in the West. The first wave of feminism was amazing. If you can't realize that modern feminism is toxic, then you're part of the problem.
Yes. And I've said the same fucking thing. Modern feminism is not feminism. It's not. The current iteration of quote-unquote feminism is not feminism, it's oppression. I've talked about this before. They don't care, because feminism is about equality. First wave, the initial wave of feminism was all about women having equal rights to men. Because yes, during the first wave of feminism, that didn't happen. Women were treated as second-class citizens, very often treated as property. And the first wave of feminism moved specifically to move women onto the equal playing field of men. Modern feminism wants women to be elevated to a point of superiority and domination, and they want to subjugate men. And yes, it is basically the modern quote-unquote feminism is misandry, while projecting at men and saying that they are full of misogyny. It's literally attempting, it's no longer about equality, it's about domination. And if you don't see that, then I'm sorry, you're wrong. Point blank, you're fucking wrong if you don't think that way. And I know there's gonna be like no convincing. Like if you were to get like a modern feminist and you were to sit down modern feminists and try and convince them that this is not feminism, this is oppression, this is not what your ancestors in the first wave of feminism were looking for, they will refuse to accept it. Because their brain has been rewired by modern social media so that it doesn't work that way. And there's basically no convincing. T. Greeny, thank you for 25. Thank you so much. Okay, I can't let this invade. I can't let this interrupt my rant. I've got to get this rant out. Actually, my rant was kind of at the end of it. Thank you so much, T. Greeny.
This other person says, if this is your way of gaining fans, it's very pathetic and embarrassing. Pathetic and embarrassing, huh? That actually describes the people going after Kitsu pretty dang well. And so, look.
Here's the funny part. And Kitsu, if you would like to confirm or deny this, please feel free. I would wager, thank you, an anonymous gifter. I would wager that Kitsu probably is seeing more people wanting to take part in her community because of the way she's publicly supported men, and for what she said on Twitter. I imagine that more people do want to take part in her community. Because, again, it's not just simply about, like, elevating men. It's not simply about that. It's saying that men also deserve love. There's plenty of people saying women deserve love. Kitsu and I just say men also are fully deserving of love. And shock of shocks, People respect that and people like that. People like the fact that individuals online say, yes, men and women and everybody else deserve love and caring. Mind-blowing concept here that people gravitate towards that mentality versus one of toxicity, where we hate men, men should die. People don't gravitate towards that, especially now. In this day and age, yes. In this day and age, people want love. People are desperate for love. People are desperate for caring and kindness and understanding because we're seeing such a lack of that in the world today. And when someone is just open about being, a person who loves, who cares, who respects, yes, people will gravitate towards that because you feel 1,000 times better when you experience love and kindness and respect than you do in joining in on hate and negativity. Shocking, I know. And okay, I wanted to get that out. Anonymous in JDB, thank you for the gift hits.
Scene, huh? That actually describes the people going after Kitsu pretty dang well. And so, little bonus here at the end. I actually just got sent some DMs from Kitsu, DMs that she's getting from complete psychopaths. Like, I don't even know how to put into words how freaking crazy these people are. Look at this stuff, man. She got a DM that says, "You are not safe," with like
what?
Random emojis. What the frick? They're probably not random. This person probably put some thought into it. It's thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use these. But like, dude, what's wrong with you? It gets worse. She gets this DM that talks about like, I don't want to repeat this, dude. It's so bad.
Jesus,
like,
fuck. Okay. And this person literally joined. This person literally made it. Okay, so this person's obfuscated. They deliberately made a Twitter account just to try and scare Kitsu. Fucking hell, Fam Giver, thank you. Holy shit, thank you, Fam Giver. Oh god, okay, no, I can't get distracted by this. I want to see what the other one was. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, this one actually has been around since July. This person literally made a Twitter account to try and scare Kitsu. This is a troll. This is someone that literally is trying to just, they just specifically to scare Kitsu. I wonder how many other Twitter accounts that they have. They were probably counting on this getting reported and getting banned. And that's why they made this account. It's a burner account just to try and scare Kitsu. And Kitsu, I'm guessing you probably didn't get scared. I'm guessing, unfortunately, and I fucking hate that this is happening to you, but I'm guessing you've probably gotten a lot of these recently. And I'm so sorry that it's happening to you. I fucking hate that it happens to you. But I'm sure you know, but I also hope that you know that you've got a lot of people that have your back. A lot of people have your back. And don't ever doubt it. I don't think you do. And Steve and Anonymous, thank you guys. Thank you.
Talks about like, I don't want to repeat this, dude. It's so bad. Like, talks about laughing if the cops ended up like breaking into her house because the docs like swatting her and freaking, doing that stuff to her. You're freaking psycho.
And they're saying this because they're saying it safely behind a keyboard. I guarantee you, yes, the FBI can trace that, Durhan. You are correct. But I guarantee you they're only saying this because they're safe behind a keyboard. This is the kind of person that's a pussy in real life and would never say something like this to her face. Never, because they're a fucking pussy. That is the biggest toxic part of social media. Is they can say the most disgusting things online and never have to worry about repercussions like getting punched in the fucking face. Well, Zeb, I don't know. It would depend on where they're located. Which law enforcement agency would be utilized, I think. My guess is this person's probably in the U.S., so it would be the FBI. I doubt it would be German law enforcement who would be facilitating. It would likely be the FBI.
Says, I'm certain nobody would miss you. And then look at this. This is a bunch of DMs that she's getting from who seems to be that like stalker of hers. This is just so crazy.
Oh my fucking
Look what this person
God.
says. I just want to let you know a few things. Let's just say that I can't promise that myself and others won't get hurt if things get out of hand. What?
What?
Oh my gosh. Misandry is the culture of the world. You all deserve to suffer. I live only for my beloved, but the world will always bring out my despair. Bro thinks he's the main character. My beloved was the only one who protected me over a year ago. Keep your fake sympathy to yourself, because humanity is too screwed up to have any left.
The actual
You don't know how much I've... Whoa, we ain't reading that part.
Look.
FBI, open up!
This person needs to get reported. And they need to get visited by people with badges and straitjackets. This person needs to be removed from society because they are a threat to society.
You don't know how much I've... Whoa, we ain't reading that part. Talks about how much they want to take the lives of other people is what they said there. So much, and I only resisted for my beloved. Hidden media. Oh, wait, what? Okay. It's not hidden anymore. Wait.
Okay.
I was expecting something a lot worse than that. They say, here's what an example of someone who can actually have sympathy. Kind, sweet, wholesome, and reserved. The type of wholesome person who gives head pats and snuggles.
Oh, God. Oh, the creep factor is going through the goddamn roof right now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus, Kitsu! Oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to deal with this. Oh my fucking God, this is... Oh God, this is making my skin fucking crawl. Holy shit. This is the one that you probably called the police for, that you called authorities for, I'm guessing, yes? Dear fucking God. This is... Oh, Jesus.
To their loved ones.
Hell.
They have sympathy. You don't. You think all of your fans are tards. You escalate drama constantly.
Greenie.
And it's why you got doxxed. Why should I believe someone like you has sympathy when you don't care about your own community? You say they're tards, and you even did today. VTubers like yourself still feel sad that your harassment campaign over AI art failed, and you're not passive enough to actually have sympathy? That's why I did this.
God.
Misandry is the culture of the world, and the only people who can truly back against it, they do it in silence because they're too passive.
Okay, this is a murderer's manifesto right now. This is flat the fuck out a murderer's manifesto. This is scary as shit. This is reading like a manifesto that a mass murderer leaves at the home after going on a mass shooting. This is fucking scary right now. Holy crap.
Passive to become as immoral as you and me. You should have been too
Hackle.
passive even post. Men deserve sympathy and love. It's some BS grifting, manipulating your audience. I don't care about the political BS, but you pretending to be like my beloved disgusts me. Wow, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, my God, Kitsu. I am so fucking sorry. I am so fucking sorry you had to go through this. Jesus. I hope that, oh, my God. Oh, fuck. I don't know what more I can say other than I'm sorry over and over again. I wish I could do something about this. I do. I, Jesus. I, I hope that the authorities are able to grab up this guy. No, no, Kitsu, don't apologize. Please don't apologize. I'm so glad you're here because, I mean, for God's sake, this is about you. I'm so glad you're here for this. I am so, I'm so glad that you're here so I can tell you how horrible I feel for you and how much I hate this is happening to you. Oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. I hope they're able to get whoever this is quickly, that they're able to charge them and put them somewhere where they cannot hurt anyone. And I just feel so horrible that you had to go through all this.
I feel gross after reading that. I feel like I just read someone's like really bad fan fiction. And yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it for today. I'm also kind of out of time now, but I do think that was like all the main stuff going on here. So crazy stuff indeed. Let me know what you think about all this. Kitsu, stay safe. Like, what the frick?
Thanks.
What the frick did we
You know
just
what,
read,
Kitsu?
guys?
You're probably
yeah,
right.
All the VTubers in this video seem really cool.
You're probably
nice
right.
and based. So consider checking them all out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please also consider liking and or subscribing to the channel.
Of course,
appreciate
the banana
ya.
cats.
Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, isn't it ironic, Kitsu, that that people like this, that they, you know, that they go on tangents like this, and it's like they simp over someone from like Honkai Star Rail or from some other gotcha game. Oh fuck, that is that is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I had no idea it was that bad. No idea. The doxing was bad enough. Knowing that you got doxed was bad enough. I had no clue it went to that level, and oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I hope that this is able to get resolved through appropriate authorities. Oh God, really? Oh my God. Not even the tip of the iceberg. I am like, okay. All I'm gonna say is, I hope you stay safe. I hope you're okay, and know that you have at least 2 communities now that care and that hope that you are doing great and that you just continue to do awesome and want nothing but the best for you. And that's, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what more I can say, but yeah. And I so appreciate you stopping by so you can add context. Like, I could not ask for better context to the situation than to have you here talking about it. That is incredible. And thank you so much for being able to do that. I really appreciate it, because with things like this, I always want context. And what better context than from the source? And thank you. And thank you for just being you. I know everybody in chat, and I also appreciate what you've said. JDB, thank you. Thank you. And P2, keep doing what you're doing. Because, you know what? People would not be not the stalking part, but as far as like people jumping on you on Twitter for the whole thing about saying men deserve love, keep doing what you're doing. You don't need me to tell you this. I'm sure you already know. But you wouldn't be making a positive impact with people. You know you're making a positive impact with people when the other side attacks you like this. When the other side attacks you like this, you know you're actually making the positive impact that you set out to, and these people are trying to destroy it. So keep doing what you're doing because it's working, and they fucking hate it.